Okay, Mr. Parks back there, I know that you called me over earlier and you showed me that you did something to the first equation before you go ahead and use substitution. So yesterday we talked about to solve this by substitution, we want to make sure that both equation is in y equal mx plus b form. Yes? Okay. But we have a problem with the first equation. The first equation is not in y equal mx plus b form yet. Okay. So let's pay attention to this. Don't write anything down yet. Okay. And then I'll give you guys plenty of time after this to write it down when we're done. Okay. So there's a couple, okay, I'll say it again. There's a couple of different ways to solve this problem. So I'm going to go to the first equation, which is 3x minus y equals 7, and I'm gonna get the x. I'm gonna try to get the y by itself. I'm gonna turn the standard form equation in slope-intercept form. So if I want to get the y alone, what operation do I have to use? Inverse operation, yeah. So what's the first term that I have to get rid of? The 3x, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and subtract the 3x from the left and bring that over here. Yes, ma'am. It's negative 7? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Miss Mitchell. All right, negative 7. Okay, good. So now the 3x and the 3x cancels out. It becomes 0. Okay, that's why we're using inverse operations, because we want to get rid of it. Okay. Now be careful though. You don't just, it's not just y, but what's going in front of this y? Negative y, yes, thank you. So you have negative y equal negative 7 minus 3x. And I have to leave the negative 7 minus 3x alone because they are not like terms. You can't combine them. Okay. There's one more thing I have to do to get the y by itself though, because the y has a negative in front of it. Well, it's negative y equal negative 7 minus 3x. So how do I get the y by itself? How do you get rid of that negative in front of the y? Divide everything by negative 1, right? Because that's negative y is negative 1y. Okay. So divide everything by negative 1. All right. Good job. Thank you. Okay. All right. So I'm going to divide everything by negative 1. But just think about this. If you divide everything by a negative 1, what happened to the other side? It's flipped. Okay. So the easiest way to do is just to go to the other side of the equation and change everything to the opposite. So if it was a negative, it becomes a what? And as the positive becomes a what? Negative. So now I'll say that one more time. To get rid of this negative 1y, I'm going to divide everything by negative 1. So the quickest way to do is go to the right side of the equation. I'm going to turn the negative 7 to a what? Positive 7. And I'm going to turn the negative 3x to a what? Positive 3x. Okay, so it's going to become 7 plus 3x. And I don't like the way 7 plus 3x sounds, because we want to turn that into what form again? Y equals mx plus b. So what's another way to rewrite y equals 7 plus 3x? 3x plus 7. There you go. All right. So y equals 3x plus 7. Y'all good with that so far? All right. So we did all that, which is takes some some time to get the y by itself. So now I can rewrite my system. So my system now is y equal 7 y equal 3x plus 7. That's the first equation. And the second equation is y equal 4x plus 11. There you go. Now you can go ahead and use substitution like the way that we did yesterday. Does that make sense or no? Because now both the y is already by itself. So I'm gonna pause the video. I'll let you guys have the next 5 minutes. Go solve for x and go solve for y for me. Go back to your notes. Make sure you look up all the steps that we took in order for us to get the x and the y. And then I will continue with that in a bit. All right, Mr. Harris, can you show me what did you do to the two equation? What did you do to these two equations? Come on. Mr. Harris, what did you do to these two equations? Okay, so set them equal to each other. Okay, so tell me what did you do? Go ahead. Tell me what to write. So what should I write down here? Yeah, you say that you're gonna get rid of the y, so it means I'm gonna turn 3x plus 7. Hold on. Give me 1 second. There's a lot of talking going on back there. Miss Mitchell, please turn around for me, please. We're doing this right now together. Well, I need you to turn around. Okay. So we got 3x plus 7 equal 4x plus 11. Good job. Excellent. Okay. All right, what's the next step? You took, okay, like I said, it doesn't matter which term you want to approach first. Your goal here is to get what alone? Get the x alone, okay? So you can either bring the 3x over to the right, or you can bring the 4x to the left, or you can bring the 7 to the right, or you can bring 11 to the left. Okay, that's perfectly fine, but can I give you a suggestion? You see how there's 3x over here on the right, on the left side, and there's a 4x on the right side? I want to avoid the negative, so I'm going to take away the 3x first. Is that okay with you? Does that make sense? Again, like, you're not wrong. I'm just trying to not have to deal with a negative. Okay, so I'm going to subtract this 3x, and I'm going to subtract this 3x. Okay, Miss Mitchell and Miss Miller, I gave you guys plenty of time to do this. So let me go over this, and I ask you to turn around and stop talking. Miss Mitchell, Lanaya, please turn around. I asked you 3 times already. Okay. All right, what's 3x minus 3x? 0. This is gone. What you going to bring down? The 7 equal what? Okay, 4x minus 3x is 1x. And again, that's the reason why I like to bring the 3x over. Not yet. What you still have here? Plus 11. Again, it doesn't matter which way. There's 4 different ways to start out the problem. It's just I'm trying to find out what the best way to do so that I don't have to deal with a negative. Okay. All right, what do I have to do now to get the x by itself? Subtract 11. Good. Get rid of this 11 by subtracted. Inverse of add 11 is subtracting 11. All right. And this is gone. Good. What's 7 minus 11? Negative 4. So negative 4 equal x. So that is the answer for the x. Okay, so we did all that work, and we only did half of the problem. For what? For x? How? Okay, well, let's go back and see what you did wrong. And you shouldn't be looking at his paper. You should be looking it up here and correct exactly. Just, just listen to Mr. Lay. Mr. Lay just say you shouldn't be looking at his paper. You should be paying attention to on the board and get everything down. And you have any questions, just let me know so I can explain it to you. You see what you did wrong? No? You don't know what you did wrong. Okay, so tell me what step did you take that maybe I can help you out. Uh-huh. Okay. So I'm going to go to the second equation, all right? I'm going to use the x and I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to substitute into the x to find the y. So you got y equal 4 times x, and that's going to become 4 times negative 4. Plus 11. Let's finish this so I can show you method number 2, which is quicker, is easier. All right, so what's 4 times 4? I'm sorry, 4 times negative 4. Negative 16. Negative 16 plus 11. Negative 5. So y equal negative 5. Y equal negative 5. Okay, so your solution over here, I'm going to write my solution over here. X equal negative 4 and y equal negative 5. What? What's 4 times 4? What's 4 times negative 4? Yeah, negative 16 plus 11. Use your calculator to double check your works, guys. All right. Okay. So method number 2 is much quicker and less work to do. So here I'm going to do. I'm going to take 3x minus y. But William, what is y equal to? No. 4x plus 11. Okay. Mr. DeLon, please wake up. Put your head up. Thank you. Okay. You should be paying attention to this, man. Okay. So 3x minus y. This is the quicker way of substitution. That's why earlier I said there's multiple ways of using substitution without having to sit there and get the y by itself like the way we did over here. Even though this system, one is in standard form, one is in slope intercept form, but this equation has the y by itself already. So I take this y, which is 4x plus 11, and substitute it into this y. Replace this y by 4x plus 11. That's all I'm doing. I'm taking this y, which is 4x plus 11. I'm going to plug it into this. Okay? So now we have 3x minus. Why do I need to put the parentheses around it though? Why is it important that I have to have the parentheses around the 4x plus 11? Yeah, we can say minus y, but I don't know what y is. Y is what? 4x what? Plus 11. That's correct. Okay. So if you don't put this parenthesis around the 4x plus 11, the problem is you can end up changing the problem. Yes, and then over here you put equal negative 7. That is correct. So just to show you that this method of substitution is much quicker, equal negative 11. So I didn't have to go get the y by itself using like the first method that we did. Okay. So again, 3x minus y, but y is 4x plus 11 equal negative 7. So I take 4x plus 11, substitute it in to the first equation where the y is. All right. Okay. So Let's go